Welcome back to Ask Radrat, where I answer all of your questions about skateboarding and skateboarding topics. I have videos that cover every corner of the skateboarding world on my channel, so subscribe so you don't miss anything. Today we got two questions. The first one is from Brandon Sams, who asks about the advantages of a single versus a double kick freestyle board. So I skate a completely symmetrical double kick freestyle board. For me, that's the ideal because I don't want to have to worry about the way my board's oriented. So I do a shove it, I can just do the next trick. It doesn't matter which way I'm facing. But a lot of other people still skate flat boards, boards with no nose at all, boards with long flat nose, all kinds of different things like that. And although I haven't tried one, I'd really like to. I would have to buy one. I don't know anyone else who skates freestyle, but I've heard some of the reasons why. And one of the big ones is Caspers and truck stuff, like pogos. So if the nose is flat, you can do stuff on the nose and the board will be completely vertical in a pogo, which would be good, a little more balanced. And then for Caspers, it just helps, just the feel of it's a little more predictable. It's also a little easier for finger flips, supposedly. I'm not sure why. There's some other things, but it's more about just liking the feel of it. You know, like if you tried one and you just like the way that it worked. For some people, having a flat and short nose would give you more room if you're going to balance in like a manual or a wheelie on flat. And so it helps for that. It's just a little more predictable without having to look, because it'll feel the same if your foot's at slightly different angles. It's not like you land with your foot a little bit like this and then the nose is like that a little bit. You know, it's just a feel thing. It's a personal preference. There's nothing you can do on one and not the other. So I don't know. I haven't tried one yet, but those are some of the reasons I've heard. All right, my second question is from Mika Elenius. Sorry if that's way wrong. What odd stuff did skaters do to perform better back in the day? So we're talking mostly about different kinds of gadgets and stuff you would put on your board to help you out. Now, I'm planning on doing a video about like weird 80s technology soon, weird things that you do to put on your board, but a lot of those are about board protection, like the skids and the nose guards and the rails. Those are just to make your board last longer, not perform better. So there are only a few things that I could think of that were in street, at least, that would really help you out. So the first thing is a bad example, Skyhooks. And this was a way to clip your feet onto your board so you could just jump, you know, like a snowboard where you're connected to it. I don't know. Boards are real heavy. People were still figuring out ollies. I guess it's a performance thing. It made it easier, right? The second thing is a Z-roller. So this was like a weird truck where when you did a grind, the axle would kind of roll a little bit. So you could grind on something really rough and your trucks would just kind of roll. Kind of weird. They didn't last long, probably because I bet they felt really weird. Part of the thing about like grinding coping, especially at that time, you can like throw it and it just really grinds in there and it feels cool. If you're sort of rolling, it probably feels like rusty metal kind of feel. You know, that didn't really stick around. So for street, that's really all I could think of. There were copers, but I don't think that really helped either. But for freestyle, there was quite a bit. There's an article in Big Brother around 99 where it talked about all the stuff Rodney Mullen used to do in particular. So he would put rip tape or rip grip, or I forget what it's called. It's just like foam stuff. He would put it on the sides of the nose and it made it so you can grab for finger flips a little bit easier. But he went a step further than that. He would put like individual straws in it and then put it on top. And that way it had some texture to it so that he could grip it even better. He would do all kinds of stuff like that. A lot of freestylers put grip tape on the nose and tail. So for doing Caspers, it really helps your shoe lock in. There are different things. Another Rodney Mullen thing, this wasn't freestyle, this was more recent. He would take his truck off and put loose ball bearings in it and then put it back on the board so that the weight would be more centered. He said when deck started to get a little more light with like the almost Uber lights and all that stuff, he would have to add that weight so that the balance felt right. So that was another weird thing. I've talked about just recently, there was a video where someone asked about hardware, and what some freestylers did was they would put a really long bolt, like right here. They put two really long bolts, and it would help have a little more clearance for pogos. There's some stuff like that. But as far as like real big mainstream stuff you would go get at the skate shop, there's really not that much. If you know about anything more, let me know in the comments. It'll help me with when I finally do the video about that. And well, that was it for this time. Thank you for all of your questions. If you have more for next time, leave them either below in a comment or on Instagram or Twitter. You can find links to those in the description here. Until then, here are some more videos you might want to check out that I've done recently, and thank you for watching.